Love, if we have to talk about development in this country, we need to call a spade a spade. Why I'm saying that, as much I've got respect for the Normalization Committee, but you cannot talk about developed people or Normalization Committee when they don't know what is abnormal. You need to understand that, love. You cannot normalize things if you don't know what was happening 30, 20 years back in this country in terms of football development. Yeah, Rosemary Mkaza, Sikumbuzo, and Makani. Sikumbuzo, you know I coached him when I was 13 years old. Rosemary as well. And Mtasa. These two haven't addressed the abnormal things when it comes to football. Why I'm saying that? They were supposed, in the first place, before they sit in that office, to go around the country and talk to people with their 20, 30 years back and ask about the abnormal issues. Then they can go in the office and start normalizing those things.
Would you point 3 to 5 things that you think have been a problem for Zimbabwe football that need to be addressed by the Normalization Committee?
Yes. One, they need to go to the Minister of Sport and say to the Honorable Castor Coventry, there must be a policy in schools that all schools must stop buying sports buses, $500,000 for school sports buses. When it's school, there's no grassy pitch. Where it's school, there's no nets. Where at schools, there are no players, kids to play with barefooted. Let me tell you, love, as long football, there's what you call fundamentals of football, which is the 3 P's, passing, an essence of football, pressurizing, and positioning. You cannot do these fundamentals if you play in a bumpy pitch. And it has got to start at school. Every kid, his first call is the teacher. So we need to educate the teacher in terms of coaching.
What are the other abnormalities that have to be attended to, Coach?
Yes, the other abnormals. They've been in now, level, all this time. All the bright coaches in the Premier League, they could have been sent outside the country to go and learn. They knew to be attached to clubs overseas, but nobody's gone there. Because we need now a local coaches to take on our national teams, because, love, 80% of coaching is communication. If you talk to the boy with English, it goes to his head. If you talk to him in his mother language, it gets to his heart. So we need our local coaches. I think Normalization Committee, they could have signed all our bright coaches, the Normans, the Caps boy, Ichiragbi, all the bright guys, our coaches in this country, in the Premier League, they could have been signed overseas and be attached to clubs. If we don't do that, love, if we're still going to get foreign coaches, since independence, we've got to offer them what have they achieved? Nothing. And there's the Normalization Committee. They haven't done anything. Even if we give them another 10 years, I don't see them addressing the abnormal things, love.
In a nutshell, what should they do?
Love, in a nutshell, first of all, there must be an indaba around the country where they come in and ask questions. Look, I've been in football for 57 years.
But they've already undertaken such tours. They've been to Harare, they've been to Bulawayo.
Which
other
tours?
The
Which
stakeholders conferences.
I never had one of one. Where did you see? If Cosmas Zulu is not there, what I say? Who was there when those stakeholders coming? Listen here. Love, this is wrong. I heard about one being addressed, one which came in here in a living suburb, sometime 3 weeks back. Is that right? That's not. Hey, love, let me tell you. The people who play football are from the Magmuzilikazi. They're from Pumula. They're from Popova. You go and hold a stakeholders committee in a living suburb in a lodge. Why didn't they leave it address that stakeholders at McDonald's? Why didn't you go to Popoma Hall? Why didn't you go to Pumula? That's where those boys come from, who play football here. Let me tell you something which is abnormal about those stakeholders. They go and hire a lodge. Yeah? Here. They might have paid 3, 4, 5,000 to be there. That money, if they take it to McDonald's and look for the mothers of those boys who play, even the women's team, the girls, they could have made cook, give them money to cook for the delegates at McDonald's. The other money they give, and then it empowers the women's football. And I'm surprised when a lady like Rosemary Mgaza, Skumbuza and everyone,